welcome to another episode of Hip Hop and Fashion. I'm your host, Mr. Wayne, and I hope you enjoyed your weekend. And today we have with us another fabulous guest who goes by the name of Yessanessa, a recording artist, a vocalist, that's just out of this world. So how you doing, Nessa?
I'm doing awesome. How you doing?
I can't complain. I can't complain. I remember you were actually in the event that I saw you perform in.
Right.
And you got like you were the only person ever to get a perfect score for the whole event, and even
that was awesome.
Yeah, your performances were awesome. You just worked the stage and you just intermingle with the crowd. And before that, I actually had the privilege of getting to know you at an event that Courtney Hart was having. And when you walked in there, I mean, she just stopped singing and had to acknowledge you and brought you up on stage, and then I saw why she did what she did. So it's a privilege to have you here.
That's my girl. Shout out to Courtney Hart.
Wow. So tell us, what do you have going on?
Well, my show is going to be at Club LaRue this Friday night, 1700 Louisiana Avenue.
Right.
It's uptown Louisiana, so if you're familiar with that area, it starts for 10 p.m. at night. The cover is $12.
Yeah. Well, cool. And how long have you actually? Will you be playing with a band?
Yeah, I have a live band, some background singers. It's gonna be awesome.
Cool. And will you be doing some covers and some originals?
Not this show. We're kind of working on that right now.
Okay.
So maybe like the next show, we'll have some covers.
Cool.
Well, some original songs.
Well, that's cool, because when you take the stage, you definitely do your thing, and you do it in such a way. I'm not kidding, y'all. You got to see Yessanessa in action. And let me ask you this in terms of who are some of the people that influenced you?
Oh, wow. Well, when I was young, I used to sing with Raymond Miles. He's very well known in New Orleans. He was a big influence. I love Brandy. I love Kimberell. It's a lot of people that influenced me, but those three.
Wow.
My mom, she's the one that brought it out me when I was a little girl, so that's all my influences.
Wow. And for some people who may not know, Raymond Miles is like iconic.
Right.
And for you to have the opportunity to sing with him, you definitely must have had something that a lot of people didn't have.
Right. I was singing with him when I was real young. There's actually a clip on YouTube of me singing along with him. So if you go on YouTube, you can see that. Raymond Miles and Yessanessa. I was like 7 years old. It was cool.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And also, you mentioned that your mother, she's one of the influences on you.
She sung with Raymond Miles as well.
Right. My mom. And you also did, I believe your mother is originally from Gary, Indiana.
Well, we're originally from Vada, Louisiana.
Okay.
My mom went to high school in Gary, Indiana. She went to Roosevelt High. That's where the Jackson 5 went to school. Right.
And also, I believe Denise Williams. They had the songbird, which I'm gonna tie all this in together, because when I hear you sing, you just remind me of a hummingbird, and I remember mentioning that to your grandmother, your mother. I believe they told me that Denise Williams lived in the back of y'all, or either it was the Jacksons. Well, not of you, but
of them in Indiana. Yeah, I wasn't even born around that time.
Like, man, she your mom was playing dodgeball with Reba Jackson. That's cool. Like, man, that's cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. And so, but back to you though. Back to you. What made you decide to, I want to go full-fledged with this. I want to do the performing thing?
Well, my very first performance, my very first show was in 2007, and I did something for my birthday, and I just really liked the feeling that I had while I was on stage. Of course, I grew up singing gospel, and I love gospel. That's my first love. I give all glory to God in anything I do.
Right.
But it's just a certain feeling I had when I was on stage doing the R&B. So I said, well, let me see what this takes me. If not, then Gospel is always going to be there.
Right. Yeah. Always be there. And who some of your favorite gospel artists?
My favorite gospel artist is Kim Burrell. Yeah.
All right.
I like Kiara Sheard and Jay Moss, that whole Clark sisters, that family. I love everybody, but Kim Burrell has to be my favorite.
Cool. And for you, I consider you a vocalist. Some people can sing, but to me, there is a difference between being a vocalist and a singer. And you even influence people like Courtney Harder. How did that relationship come about?
Well, I met her through another friend, well known in New Orleans. Shout out to Franklin Ford. He introduced me to Courtney, and she came to a lot of my shows and everything, and that's just how we met. And we've been cool ever since.
Wow, and they have a lot of respect for you, and I
really appreciate that.
Once I saw what I saw, I said, "Oh, I see why." I definitely see why. And so, in terms, will you be working on your own project in the near future?
Yes, I will be. I'm actually looking for like tracks and stuff to work on, and I'm looking for writers to help out with that. So if you're out there, holler at me on Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah, and if somebody actually wanted to contact you on Facebook or Twitter,
yeah, they can go to Facebook /Yessanessa, and Twitter. My Twitter name is @Yessanessa. So everything is just Yessanessa.
That's easy. That's easy as Sunday morning. That's easy as Sunday morning. Right. And so you're looking for either producers, writers. Yeah. Hey, you're watching the show, one more time, how could they contact you?
You can go to Facebook /Yessanessa, that's YESSANESSA, and you can also contact me on Twitter @Yessanessa.
Cool. And so what in the near future, and when say 5 years from now, what would you hope to have accomplished as an artist?
I hope to have had recorded my first album, and I'm touring somewhere, and I'm sitting at the Grammy somewhere in 5 years. That's what I'm hoping for.
I hope you do too. Shoot, I'm ready to hear it.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm ready to hear it too. So we're gonna take us a break, and we're gonna be right back with more of Yessanessa. So don't go anywhere.